Hello and welcome to another episode of Matching Voices, a podcast to celebrate what's happening with startups, and at this particular stage, startups who are working with or for or who are Ukrainian and working with the country at the moment. It is sponsored and created by TeQatlas, and my name is Gillian Gotzel. So my guest today is, this is an amazing story. We're going to talk about actual real help, directly help, which is just mind-blowing, serious help in Ukraine, is Iryna Lorens, who is the founder of Weld Money. Iryna, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
So we're going to have a really good conversation, but I want to understand just a bit about your background to get it out of the way in some ways, if you like. Tell me, Iryna, tell me about your education, your first careers, your first startups. Tell me about yourself.
First of all, I want to tell, I'm 6 years already in the crypto space. So I've been working as a trader for a crypto hedge fund. Then I used to manage VC part, investment in different startups. And then as I was in the space, I felt this pain when every time you try to cash out somehow crypto and pay it in the real world, and that's how Weld Money was born. So we decided to create a company and simple solution how to use crypto in daily expenses to pay any purchases in the real world. So actually what Weld Money do is crypto card, which you can connect to your any centralized crypto exchange and pay everywhere where Visa or MasterCard accepted. And it's suitable for any merchant, and you don't care about all this converting swaps from crypto to fiat money.
So you handle an actual conversion before, and it actually goes a debit card, a Visa card, or a MasterCard. And then people to use it, they have to have cryptocurrency on an exchange, one of the main exchanges, one presumes, and then they attach their card, they fund your card off from their cryptocurrency.
Not exactly. So we made the next step, and for the customer, it's like zero balance card. So actually, it's like a credit card. And so, for example, if I have this card and I want to pay a bill for $10 in any fiat currency. So I just place my card or my phone with Google Apple Pay to POS terminal. And at this moment, our bank debits this transaction in fiat overdraft. And in the meantime, we go to your exchange and transfer this 10 USDT or some other cryptocurrency from your wallet on the exchange to our corporate wallet on the same exchange. So it helps to avoid huge blockchain transaction fees because this transaction is actually off-chain. And it happens very fast. So all this procedure is like 4 seconds. And after that, you have your paper bill from POS terminal. And that's it. Once per day, we just make clearing and close all the overdrafts for our customers.
And how do you
it's more like credit card.
Yeah. How do you make sure that that you don't, if like with a credit card, you could run up a credit card and then not pay it back. So how do you protect yourself on that end?
And so in each moment we know the information, how much do you have your cryptocurrency on your balance on the SEX. So we know exactly that you have some USDT or Bitcoin or Ethereum there. And if we are not able to transfer this to us, to our corporate account, then we just decline this bill and that's it.
Okay. And at what stage is Weld Money? I mean, that's so clever because you're not even fun. People don't even have to move their USDT or stable coins, whatever they have. Does it work if you've got Ethereum or Near or any of the other currencies as well?
Now we are on the MVP stage. So we are working now with stable coins like USDT, USDC, DAI. But on the second stage, we will support any of cryptocurrency. So if you are, for example, Ethereum fund, you will be able to hold Ethereum and pay exactly with a small particular amount that you have now on your bill.
That's a different way because other cards ask you to fund the card. So it becomes like you funded your card, you put your money onto the card, but you have the relationship with the exchange, with the user, and they don't do anything until you clear everything down at the end of every day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
That's handy. That takes out a lot of extra steps, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you're in beta state form at the moment. You got a lot of money. I think you raised, was it 3.6 million?
Yeah, last year we raised it.
Yeah, and who were your investors?
We had run about 50 different investors. So it was like VCs. Also, we got a couple of big QLs. So we have support from influencers because they also like our solution. So like that.
Okay. And when did that money, when was that money raised? Last year, was it?
Yeah, that was last year, if I'm not mistaken, is September. Yeah.
And when will you go fully live with the project?
Okay, actually, we are live since September because we had our IDO. So our token Weld is now on the exchanges, on centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges. We have also staking. So we move step by step. But our headliner, our card, now is also live. You can order it. We are now focusing on some regions now. So for now, card is live for Ukrainian people, but I think like in 1 month or 2 months it will be able for all EU countries, and then step by step we will go to other regions as well.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I thought you were still in beta. Sorry, so you're fully live now. I beg your pardon. Sorry, my fault. Okay, so the card's live. It's working. It's working on stable coins. It is much simpler to use. So if someone they just connect their exchange account with the card. So tell me what you're doing in Ukraine, which is just amazing. This is like the project is just with Unchained Help card.
We were really shocked of all the situation, and our launch had to be in the end of February. So like a few days before the war started, and like you can't do nothing in this moment. So we start thinking like, what can we do to help our country, to help people who are there. And we decided to launch a crypto fund named Unchained Ukraine. So for now, it's like a big already fund, and all the people around the world are able to donate in crypto to support Ukraine, to help Ukrainian people, Ukrainian refugees. It's like a humanity aid fund, actually.
And you raised, you currently you have a balance. I keep on, people are still donating over $9 million.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
Who were the main donators of this money?
In the beginning, we had a really huge support from the main people in the crypto space, like Near Protocol. They supported us a lot because their C-level are also from Ukraine. So they were help us. And also the last big donate was from Vitalik Buterin, who is a founder of Ethereum. Yeah, so we got a lot of help from different people in different regions.
So the Unchained Help card, is that your initiative or is that a shared initiative?
Exactly. So after our fund launch, we decided to distribute funds to volunteers who were on the place and in the most dangerous cities in Ukraine. So we decided that would be more productive if you have some people who can evacuate people from region, or who can bring directly products to some shelter or stuff like that. But after that, we understood, okay, in this case, it's quite difficult to control each penny of this amount, because when you're working with volunteers, you have to trust them. So even after all the KYC procedures, after checking credit history and other tool that we used to check our volunteers, anyway, you can't check anything. So we have collected like video proofs, photo proofs, any bill of our volunteers, but we decided that we can build like, let's say, direct way from people who made donation exactly to the people who need it. And that was the point when we decided to launch Unchained Help card. It's based completely on a Weld Money solution. So we use the same technology, anything what we did for the last 9 months. We decided to put it together and issue this Unchained Help card. So for now, moms with kids are able to get this card now. For now, if I'm not mistaken, there are 10,000 cards already distributed, and we send money directly to these cards. So we know, for example, this is a mother with 2 children. So we know that we have to support them, and each week we send money to this card. We are now on the point to send 25 euros per week for each person. So if there are 2 persons, so we send 75 euro each week during the 4 or 5 weeks. That's not like a bunch of money, but anyway, it helps to pay for some way to run away or cross the border, or to buy some food, so some necessary stuff.
It's huge. It's huge. And because obviously all the ATM machines have stopped, so people just don't have access to currency of any kind. And the clever thing is that, you know, I've covered a lot of stories where people were supporting artists, Ukrainian artists, which is super. They were buying out their NFT collections. But then how do you get the money that, you know, say you've been paying whatever currency, how do you use that to pay for your groceries, albeit that you could get there?
Exactly.
But it's so clever that, because the Weld Money itself, the card, you just use it in any shop that has a POS system. You go in anywhere. Are there many competitors to this, to your actual technology? Are there many other cards out there that are, and why is yours better? Well, apart from that, you right, but
if we're talking about Weld Money, there are some competitors on the market, but they're working in different regions. So we are the first project in Eastern Europe, and we are the first card product available for Ukrainians. So, for example, all our other card solutions working with particular exchange. So, for example, you're able to get Binance card, but it supports only Binance. If you are, for example, Huobi or FTX users, you're not able to use this card. So we're like multi-centralized exchanges card, and you can connect any exchange that we support for now, and use this card with balance.
Okay, it's amazing. So I love the technology. I love really the simplicity of it, the choice that you're offering. Going back then to the project in Ukraine, the Unchained Help card, how do women apply for it? Are they these women who are still in Ukraine, or maybe who are traveling through different countries in Eastern Europe?
Yeah, so now we are more focusing to help women who are in Mariupol, Kharkiv, and other cities which are completely destroyed. So we try to help people from that region. We require for documents on kids, documents with your living address, so we can check that you really need this help. Yeah. And but the main problem for now is funding, because we can actually issue a lot of cards to support anybody. But the problem if we want to give the support like on a regular base, then we have to know that we have all these funds to distribute to moms, for example. And that's the reason why now, unfortunately, we must stop to get new requests from moms, and we are now supporting all those who has already cards. But hopefully in the future we will find some solution where maybe we'll work with some bigger funds or with government directly to continue this program.
And so, do you actually physically post them out a card, or are they just using it on their phone?
That's another problem, and unfortunately we cannot deliver directly the plastic card, because you can understand they are moving all the time. It's difficult. So thank God we have the solution with Weld Money, which give us an option to issue virtual card, which you can connect to your Apple or Google Pay and use it directly.
It's amazing. Okay, so this is so you raised 9 million. You've distributed already about 200 million's worth in Ukraine currency, which is about 6.5
Ukrainian hryvnias. Now we're on a point like 7.8 million already distributed for today. So yeah.
Yeah, so you got some in the bank. You're looking for more donors or people, governments to get involved, because this is a very direct way. And what I do love about it, it's the last mile, because you're giving these women, the refugees, that they actually have it on their phone. It's not in an exchange. And how do they get out of an exchange in the middle of a war-torn area?
I can tell you even more today. My partner, they showed already the next step that what we can do. We can even generate like deep analysis with any information that you as an investor or need. Like, for example, how many people do you support? Like, in which region exactly? Where they actually using this card now. So, for example, if a family from Mariupol were moved to some other country, you can see on the map where do they use this card, what kind of purchases they pay with this card. So we can give like really transparent analytic about your support.
That's amazing. Okay, that is absolutely phenomenal. You need more funding to keep it going, obviously, because you've been very successful in giving out so much money already. So tell me, what next for Weld Money then?
The next step, let's say, we want to go on other regions. For that, we are opening now like a second round of investments, and we will be glad to see at the cap table some strong players from other regions who are good connected to regulators, to banks, who can give us like smart money. So that's the first point. The second point, we want to integrate as many exchanges as possible. We want to integrate different blockchains. So there will be like another stream where you connect, you're not able to connect on not only centralized exchange, you're also able to top up your card in advance. For example, if I don't use centralized exchanges, but I have like MetaMask wallet, for example, with Ethereum on them. So I want to top up this card in advance for, let's say, $1,000 and just pay it after that. So it's like another stream, and we also want to work on them. That's it.
That's a lot. That's a lot. What you're doing is, I'm talking at a conference soon, and the question I know in the pre-preparation was the last mile. How do you make sure people can actually use the cryptocurrency? It's great saying you can have it, you have it in your wallet. How do you spend it? And this simplification is very much needed. It's classic. And yeah, also, may I say, well done. It's what the help you're providing to, say, the mothers and the children who need it now in Mariupol and the other cities that have been decimated in the war. It's amazing help directly given.
Yeah, one more thing that we want to do, it is actually, that's my like personal ambitions. I see that crypto market now goes in the direction of play to earn games and some metaverses. So I would like to issue a white label solution card for some metaverse, let's say, and or for Axie Infinity, if you know this game. So in the perfect world, in my perfect case, it would be like you play Axie Infinity, you earn internal tokens, and then you have your Axie Infinity style Weld card, and you're able, after you played, you are able to go to the shop and buy, I don't know, bread and milk using this internal tokens without any problems, any conversion. So we care about all the stuff. You just follow the flow and use it like a normal fiat currency.
That's amazing. I think I love your vision. I think it's absolutely spot on. And you know something else, and you're probably very much aware of it. Just when I read through the documentation before we had the call, and what you're doing with the Ukraine in particular, giving to the mothers and their children, because that's actually a demographic, obviously, because of martial law, the men are staying to fight, the women are leaving because they obviously it's better if they leave if they're in a bad area, because no Ukrainian army wants to defend its civilian population as well as fight the opposing force. It's better to have them safe someplace else. But you know what you're doing, which is so important. You're giving women power, financial power.
Yeah.
Women with children who might never have thought about cryptocurrencies before. This is such a powerful story. You're giving women, and women we know need to get into this space because women need to take control. Women to manage the finances normally of a household anyway. But you are That's amazing. That's it's
Thank
a
you.
secondary thing. Obviously, the first important thing is you're helping those people with real money, and that's amazing. That's fantastic. But you're doing something much more powerful. You are empowering Ukrainian women and mothers to be crypto friendly and advocates and users.
Yeah, for them it could be like a first step in the crypto world. And a lot of people lost their job. So and what we can see in the crypto industry, that there are many free free space and free jobs. So you can, for example, if you are good in marketing, you can just learn how crypto works, and you can make marketing in the crypto space. So the same for lawyers and other people. So I think that could be like a first step in the crypto world, and gives you an option to live and work remotely for the let's say for the industry which are on a hype now.
I just think though, what you're doing, not only you're helping people directly, you're also positioning Ukrainian women to be amongst the most sophisticated in crypto in the world. And that is a huge game changer for when this all finishes and the world settles back to a normal pace again. All those women who've used crypto, they have opportunities then to go and actually look at this whole space, this absolutely burgeoning space. And that's well done. You're helping people, but you're also you're doing the mass adoption. You're doing it on steroids here at the moment.
That's true.
I'm just so blown away by that. Wow, Iryna,
thank you.
Congratulations. What you're doing is amazing, and especially what you're doing in Ukraine, obviously, is fantastic. But everything that you're doing is just amazing. Well done.
Thank you.